Welcome to the Wisdom That Breathes channel. Across all our platforms, we try to share wisdom which is relevant and accessible to everyone. But on this particular platform, we go deeper into some of the ancient principles found within the scriptures. If you find some of the terminology difficult or inaccessible, then go over to our Keshava Swami YouTube channel where you'll be able to find other content which is perhaps more relatable. Thank you and enjoy the wisdom that breathes.
Thank you so much, Vidura Prabhu. Thank you so much, Hare Krishna, everyone. So happy to be here. Yes, 38 years and 30 years of the worship of their lordships. One time someone asked Srila Prabhupada, there are so many temples. Why are you making extra temples? So Prabhupada looked back and he said, you have children? He said, yes. Prabhupada said, there are so many children on the street. You can take one of them. He said, no, I want to have my own children. So Prabhupada said, we want to have our own temple also. So yes, by Krishna's grace, Krishna gives us everything, and then Krishna gives us an opportunity to serve Him. And so yeah, this is a real legacy and a real gift. Srila Prabhupada said every single one of his temples is like an embassy of the spiritual world. Yeah. So you all know, nowadays you do visas online, no? But back in the day, you used to go to the Indian embassy to get a visa. So you're in the middle of London only, in the middle of winter, but in the Indian embassy, there's a fan going on. Like here. Everyone's chewing pan. None of the queuing systems works. So already you're in London, but it feels like you're in India. So every single one of Srila Prabhupada's temples are embassies of the spiritual world, and all the great Vaishnavas who for so many years have served, they're ambassadors of the spiritual world, bringing us Krishna. My obeisances to Haridas Prabhu, Vidura Prabhu, so many senior Vaishnavas. You encouraged me by inviting me and being here present. That means a lot. We're one family, and to have our seniors and our peers and everyone together is very beautiful. So I'm very happy to be here. Thank you so much. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Sorry, I'm not singing Hare Krishna, I'm singing Jai Radha Madhava. Radha Madhava Jaya Kunja Bihari Jaya Radha Madhava Jaya Kunja Bihari Radha Madhava Jaya Kunja Bihari Jaya Radha Gopi Jana Vallabha Jaya Giri Varadhari Gopi Jana Vallabha Jaya Giri Varadhari Yashoda Nandana Jaya Braja Jana Ranjana Yashoda Nandana Braja Jana यमुना तीरवनचारी जय कुंज बिहारी यमुना तीरवनचारी जय कुंज बिहारी यमुना तीरवनचारी जय कुंज बिहारी जय राधा माधवा जय कुंज बिहारी राधा जय कुंज बिहारी हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे हरे
कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे हरे
हरे राम
राम राम राम हरे हरे
हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे
कृष्ण हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे
हरे राम
हरे हरे
हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे हरे
कृष्ण हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे
हरे राम
हरे राम 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 हरे हरे
हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे
हरे कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम राम हरे हरे
हरे कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम राम हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम राम हरे 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 कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम राम हरे 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 कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम राम हरे हरे
हरे कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे राम राम हरे
हरे कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम राम हरे हरे
हरे कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम हरे
वृंदावन धाम जय कृष्ण बलराम
वृंदावन धाम जय कृष्ण
Vrindavan Dham, Vrindavan Dham, Jaya Krishna Balaram. Radhe Shyam, Radhe Shyam, Radhe Shyam, Jaya Radhe Shyam. Nitai Gaur Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Gaura Hari Bol, Bol. Jaya Jai Prabhupada, 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 Jaya Prabhupada. Jai Jai Prabhupada, 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 Jai Prabhupada. Jai Nitai Gaur Premanande, Hari Hari Bol. Om Jnanatimirandhasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Shri Chaitanya Manobhistam Stapitam Yena Bhutale Svayam Rupa Kadamayam Dadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Yuta Padakamalan Shri Gurun Vaishnavamscha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunathanvitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadhutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Shri Vishakhan Vitamscha He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dina Bandhu Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanu Sute Devi Dhanamami Hari Priya Vancha Kalpatarubhyascha Kripa Sindhubhya Evacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha. Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shri Vasadi Gaur Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare. Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. So Hare Krishna everyone, so nice to be with you. Srimad Bhagavatam contains many beautiful verses. And in every single verse there is so much meaning. It's explained, Krishna Tulya Bhagavata Vibhu Sarva Shrai Prati Shloke Prati Akshare Nana Arthakai. Krishna Tulya Bhagavata. Krishna and Bhagavatam Tulya. Exactly the same. No difference. Vibhu Sarva Shrai. Just as Krishna is unlimited, the Bhagavatam is also completely unlimited. Prati shloke, in every single verse, prati akshare, in every single syllable, nana arthakai, there are so many meanings. Therefore, you can discuss the verses again and again and you can learn so many new things. However, of the 18,000 verses of the Bhagavatam, when Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was speaking to his spiritual master, then Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said, my spiritual master told me there's one verse of the Bhagavatam, which is the Bhagavata Sar, the essence of Bhagavatam. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said, my spiritual master from his own mouth told me, a shloka Bhagavata Sar. This is the essence of Bhagavatam. So my question to you is, what is that shloka? Would someone like to offer a guess? Krishna Varnam Tisa Krishnam Sangopangas Traparshadam Yagye Sankirtaner Prayer Yajanti Hi Sumedasha. Beautiful, but no. That definitely. So in this verse it's explaining that when Krishna comes in Kali Yuga, then he comes as Akrishna. He doesn't come in a blackish form, he comes in a golden, Gauranga. And he spreads the yagya of Sankirtan. Very nice, but no. Nigama kalpataror galitham phalam sukha mukhad amrita dravya samyutam pibata bhagavatam rasamalayam muhuraho rasika movie bhavuka. Beautiful, no. Bhagavad Gita, beautiful, no. Mahamantra, very beautiful, bahut sundar. No, I am not going to give you so easily. I want you to work a little bit. Tell me, you all are reading Bhagavatam, which is the Bhagavata Sar. Mahaprabhu said, my spiritual master from his own mouth, he told me, this is the verse. Which one? Nama Sankirtanam Yasya Sarva Papra Pranashanam Pranamo Dukha Samanas Tam Namami Harim Param. Very final verse of Bhagavatam that you should just take to the chanting of the holy name and all pap, all sin will be eradicated. Beautiful, no. You all are scholarly. You're telling me many nice verses, but you're not telling me the verse that Ishvara Puri told Mahaprabhu. Kama sarva kamo va moksha kamo daradi tivrena bhakti yogena yajeta purusham param. Beautiful, no. Kalishantara Upanishad, beautiful, no. Sattvam vishuddham vasudeva shabditam, beautiful, no. Gita again, you're telling me? 11th canto? Okay, getting close. Okay, shall I tell you? For a small fee, I can tell you. All major credit cards accepted. No, I'm only joking. So, this is what Mahaprabhu says. Let me just bring it here. Oh, Krishna. So Mahaprabhu says that this is the verse his spiritual master told him is the essence of everything. I know the verse, but I'm just going to bring it up exactly so that I don't. And it may not be the verse that you would have expected. That's why I'm sharing it with you. Sorry. All good things you have to wait a little bit. Database. No, it doesn't always cooperate. Oh, Krishna, it's not coming. Bear with me.
How come the phone knows and we don't?
Got it. Mahaprabhu said this is the shloka which Ishwarapuri told him is the essence of Bhagavatam. It's very interesting. Actually, Jiva Goswami says there's one verse which is known as the Paribhasa Sutra. Paribhasa Sutra means that verse of a scripture which is like the emperor verse. And every other verse in the scripture must illuminate that verse. So for example, the Paribhasa Sutra of Brahma Samhita, Ishvara Parama Krishna, Sachit Ananda Vigraha. Paribhasa Sutra of Bhagavad Gita, Manmana Bhava Madbhakto, Madhyaji Mam Namaskuru. So Jiva Goswami says the Paribhasa Sutra of the Bhagavatam, Eti Chamsha Kala Pumsha, Krishnastu Bhagavan Svayam. So Krishna is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. This is what the Bhagavatam is establishing. Sometimes for me it's a little bit uncomfortable to go around the world with a name like Svayam Bhagavan Keshava Swami. What's it like? Already people are looking at you like, who do you think you are? So I have to explain to them that I'm in no way, shape or form Svayam Bhagavan, but my spiritual master told me that I should try to go around the world and establish Krishna as the Svayam Bhagavan. So just to clarify in case anyone has any doubts here. So nowadays I just abbreviate it to SB. It's a little less controversial, just not to create a confusion. Yeah. So actually Jiva Goswami says this is the Paribhasa Sutra, but Mahaprabhu says this is not the verse. This is not the verse that my spiritual master told me is the essence. It's another verse. And what is that verse? Evam vratasva Priyanama kirtya jatanurago drutachitta uchair hasatyati roditi rotikayati unmadavan nityati lokabhayaha. That's extra fee. 11 to 40. And the English. This is the essence of Bhagavatam. By chanting the holy name of Krishna, one comes to the stage of love of Godhead. Then the devotee is fixed in his vow as an eternal servant. You chant Krishna's names, you develop love for Krishna, then you're fixed. Jivera Swarupa Hoy, Krishnera Nityada. You're fixed as Krishna's servant. And he gradually becomes very attached to a particular form of Krishna. So when you're fixed in your position, I never try to control, I never try to enjoy, I'm just a servant of Krishna. And when you're fixed in that identity, then one of Krishna's forms will attract your heart. Tattad dhiya ta urugaya vibhava yanti. Krishna, one of his forms will capture your heart. Everyone has a Ishta Dev, Krishna in a particular form. One time devotees were having an argument. Who are the most beautiful deities in ISKCON? So someone said, Radha Landanishvara, of course. Someone said, Radha Shyam Sundar. No, Radha Parishishvara. Prabhupada said, he's just like a French boy. And she is like a... And then one devotee put his hand up and he said, you're all wrong. So he was confident. Okay, so who you tell us? Which are the most beautiful deities in ISKCON? He said, the most beautiful deities in ISKCON are the ones that you serve with your heart. See? Because we can't see Krishna's beauty. But Premanjana Charita Bhakti Vilochanena Santa Sadeva Hridayeshu Viloka Yanti. If you develop some love, then Krishna will reveal his beauty to you. So here, when you become fixed as a servant, then a form of Krishna will attract you. But then what happens? So you got the progression. You chant Krishna's names. You develop love for Krishna. You become fixed as a servant of Krishna. One of Krishna's forms then attracts you. And then what happens? Then the heart will melt and one will laugh very loudly. Sometimes they will cry. Sometimes they will shout. Sometimes they will sing. Sometimes they will dance like a madman. and they become completely indifferent to all public opinion. Basically, you become completely pagal. Mahaprabhu, when he started chanting the name given by Ishvara Puri to him, then he came back to Ishvara Puri and he said, Kiba mantra, dila Gosai. Oh Gosai, what kind of mantra have you given me? Japite mantra, kurite pagal. I'm chanting this mantra again and again and I'm becoming completely mad. Ishvara Puri said, very good. It's working. So, actually, what happens when we perfect the teachings of the Bhagavatam is we actually become completely mad. We sing, we dance. These are what our temples are about. We experience some of this here. You see, when I first used to come to a religious place, my conception of a religious place was three things: silence, stillness, and seriousness. Religious place means silent. Shanti. Still. You stay still. And serious. This is serious. And then he came to the Hare Krishna temple. He's like, my God, got a silence. There's no silence in it. Where's your decibel monitor? It's still there. ISKCON Coventry is definitely not a silent place. It's loud. It's definitely not. It's a serious place, but everyone is laughing. Everyone is smiling. And it's not still. We're dancing. Today I thought it would be nice to speak a little bit about dancing, because when I came in I saw young girls dancing so nicely. All the devotees were dancing. In Krishna consciousness, we have to dance. Actually, Mahaprabhu is saying this is the essence. When you can come to that point where you just come in front of Krishna and you just dance, and you're not so self-conscious. You know, sometimes we dance and we're kind of like a little looking around, how is everyone? But when you just dance for Krishna, this is very, very beautiful. This is very, very pleasing to Krishna. Susukam kartumavyayam. When you're happy, you smile. When you're happy, you sing. And when you're happy, you dance. And therefore, if there's a place, if there's a temple where there's no smiling, no singing, no dancing, then it means there's no bhav. And if there's no bhav, it means the heart is still steel framed. And therefore, dancing is so much a part of our culture. If you look at the essence of Bhagavatam, the peak of the Bhagavatam comes in the 10th canto, and the peak of the 10th canto is what? A dance. Rasa Panchadhyaya. Sometimes it's said that the Bhagavatam is the whole of Krishna's body, and it's said that the 10th canto is Krishna's face, but some commentators say the 10th canto is Krishna's heart, and they say if 10th canto is Krishna's heart, then the Rasa Panchadhyaya are the 5 life airs of Krishna. In other words, what is the essence of Bhagavatam? It's a dance. It's the rasa dance. What is the climax of the Chaitanya Charitamrita? Many, many things, but one of the climaxes of the Chaitanya Charitamrita is Rath Yatra. And what's happening at Rath Yatra? Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is dancing. You know, Mahaprabhu's Sankirtan party, they would dance. And you know how it's described by Vrindavan Das Thakur? It was like a whirlwind. So the Sankirtan party would come, and it would come past the village like a whirlwind. And everyone in the village would get sucked into the Sankirtan party. And sometimes they would come into the Sankirtan party. The Sankirtan party would go on, and you'd never see those people again. Imagine that. Imagine you went into an ecstatic kirtan, you began dancing, and you never came out again. Never to be seen. AWOL, called the Missing Persons Bureau. Yes, dancing, so much a part of our culture. So even when Srila Prabhupada came, he taught the devotees, you must dance. When they're at Tompkins Square Park, recently I was there. And you've seen the videos of Srila Prabhupada at Tompkins Square Park, no? Prabhupada is hitting the bongo drum, and Brahmananda Prabhu, he explains that Srila Prabhupada begun the kirtan, and then we thought we should get up and dance. So you remember that video? They're dancing. Still a little conservative, but they're dancing. And Brahmananda Prabhu said, when we began dancing, then as we were going on dancing, we thought we can't sit down now, it will be offensive if we sit down in the middle of the kirtan and we stop dancing. So he said we continued dancing, and he said Prabhupada was singing for 3 hours. Can you imagine? Prabhupada was in Tompkins Square Park with a bongo drum, singing Hare Krishna for 3 hours. A 17-year-old man who had 3 heart attacks on the ship on the way there. And once Brahmananda Prabhu asked Prabhupada, what's the best way to chant Hare Krishna? And you know what Prabhupada's reply was? Chant in a way that you never have to stop. That's the best way to chant Hare Krishna. You should chant so that you never have to stop. So at that time they were doing the Swami step. Then later on in 1969, Madhudvisa Prabhu recalls how everything changed in LA. Because what happened in LA one day is Prabhupada was there in Watseka Avenue, and Prabhupada was leading a kirtan. And then at one point, Prabhupada told someone else to take over the kirtan. And then Prabhupada came into the audience with all the devotees. So then they were all doing the Swami step. And Prabhupada was there, was ecstatic. And then Prabhupada did something that he never did before. He started jumping. So everyone was like, Prabhupada's jumping. So everyone else started jumping. Before that, it was only the Swami step. But then Prabhupada started jumping. And Madhudvisa says that day, there was one Shyama Dasi. She was from some other sampradaya there. She had also come. And she was also in the kirtan. And it said that she picked up a mirdanga. And then with the mirdanga, she started jumping and dancing and playing the mirdanga. And Prabhupada was happy and everyone was jumping. And Madhudvisa Prabhu, he got on the phone immediately to New York and he said, everything has changed. Prabhupada's dancing. They said, what do you mean Prabhupada's dancing? He said, Prabhupada's dancing. They said, how is he dancing? He said, Prabhupada is just jumping up and down. So they said, is that what we do? He said, yeah, just jump up and down. So he said the news spread like anything, and then the movement started jumping up and down, dancing. In the Nectar of Devotion, it said that one of the angas of bhakti is to dance before the deity of the Lord. And it said that when the devotee dances and they clap their hands, then when they dance and they clap their hands, all the birds of karma fly away. So it's very, very beautiful, this. It's a joyful process. So once I met one sannyasi, he said, I love to dance for Krishna. He said, but sometimes when I'm in public, I have to be a little careful because people may misunderstand or they may. So he said, sometimes what I do is I just lock my door and I just dance for Krishna. That's very nice. So sometimes we take life so serious, but then when we can just dance for Krishna and let go, then it's very, very beautiful. So here Mahaprabhu says, Unmadavan nrityati loka bhayaha. We must dance. In the Kaviraj Goswami says, ecstatic love for Krishna makes Krishna dance. It makes the devotee dance. And ecstatic love itself also dances. Bhaktera nachaya, Krishnera nachaya, premera nachaya. Everything is dancing. Even love for Krishna is dancing. So we must dance. Don't be shy. Dance for Krishna. Because then we can forget about all of our problems of this world. See, the problems of this world won't disappear. If you try to increase your prosperity and if you try to reduce your adversity, all you will end up doing is grow your anxiety. Understand? If you try to increase your prosperity, reduce your adversity in this world, all you'll end up doing is growing your anxiety, because in this world there's no solution. Ma mupaitya punarjanma dukhalaya mashashvatam. It's rubber stamped. It doesn't matter what you do, what arrangements you make. You cannot increase your prosperity or reduce your adversity. It is what it is. But what you can do is find absorption in Krishna. Because if you find absorption in Krishna, then it doesn't mean the problems will disappear. Sometimes people come and say, I'm practicing Krishna consciousness, so many problems are coming. We said that was not in the contract. We did not tell you that if you practice Krishna consciousness, your problems are going to disappear. When did we say that? But what we did say is if you practice Krishna consciousness properly, you'll get so much absorption in Krishna that your problems will become insignificant. They say, don't tell God how big your problems are. Tell your problems how big God is. That's the point. So we have to find absorption. You see, one time there was an office block building, and then the people were complaining, oh, the lift is going too slow. We live on the 30th floor. The lift is going too slow. Speed it up, speed it up. So the manager of the hotel said, no problem. Give me 1 week. I'll call in the engineer. He didn't call an engineer. He called a carpenter. And what he told the carpenter to do is put a mirror in the lift. After 1 week, they came back to the manager. Oh, very good. It's going so fast now. The engineer did a good job. No, nothing changed, Baba. Everything is completely the same. But when you're in a lift and there's a mirror there, then you know, mirror, mirror on the wall. Who's the... So then we become so absorbed. Oh yes, very good. Looking good, looking good. Time flies. Time flies when you're absorbed. So the biggest problem in Krishna consciousness is that we're not absorbed. If we find absorption, everything else becomes easy. So when we sing, when we dance, when we actually become absorbed, sometimes we're in the temple, but we're not very absorbed. We don't come into the Sangha. See, when there's a Kirtan, we must come in. We must sing. We must be part of it. That's why I think Coventry is very nice. Everyone is in the Kirtan. That is Sankirtan. Samyak Kirtan. Everyone is in. Then there's absorption. Then we forget. So we want to dance for Krishna. One final thing I'll say is that there's a deeper meaning in dancing for Krishna. The initial meaning of dancing for Krishna is, yes, we should dance in a kirtan. But the deeper meaning of dancing for Krishna is to be a puppet in Krishna's hands and allow Krishna to make you dance. When Srila Prabhupada came to America, then he wrote a beautiful poem. Bodo kripa koile Krishna adhamer prati ki lagi yanila heta koro e bhagati. Said, Krishna, you are very dear to this fallen soul, but I don't know why you've brought me here to this Western world. Rajastama guna era sabaya yachan vasudeva katha ruchi nahese prasan. I'm looking around and I simply see people who are covered by the modes of passion and ignorance. They have no taste for the message of Vasudeva. And then Prabhupada writes in the poem, Krishna, I'm just like a puppet in your hands, and therefore If you've brought me here to dance, then make me dance. Make me dance. Make me dance as you wish. Kaviraj Goswami says, I'm old, I'm invalid, I have no capacity, but I'm simply like a wooden doll in the hands of Madan Mohan, and Madan Mohan is making me dance, and I'm writing this Chaitanya Charitamrita. Mahaprabhu told Ramananda Rai to speak Krishna Katha. Ramananda Rai said, why me? Mahaprabhu looked at him and said, Amiyaka batul tumi dvitiya batul, ata eva amai tomai hoyasa matul. Mahaprabhu said, Amiyaka I'm one madman, tumi dvitiya batul, you're one second madman. Amai tomai, between me and you there's no difference. When one madman comes together with another madman, then more mad things begin to happen. So he said, I want to hear from you. You speak. Ago kohoar, age kohoar. Say more. I want to hear from you. Ramananda Rai speaks so many beautiful things. Stane stita shrutikatam tanuvan manobirye prayaso jita jitopya site strilokyam. It's explaining. We must chant. Doesn't matter where we are, who we are. Just become absorbed in Krishna. So Mahaprabhu is relishing the katha from Ramananda Rai's mouth. And then Ramananda Rai says, I'm just like a puppet in your hands. You're making me dance. So we want to dance, not just dance in the kirtan, but we want to dance because we want to be an instrument on Krishna's hands. Krishna has so many desires to fulfill in this world. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has so many desires. When Sanatan Goswami came to Jagannath Puri, he had developed eczema, skin disease. But Mahaprabhu was embracing him. And that was breaking Sanatan Goswami's heart, because he said, my body is defiling you. So Sanatan Goswami decided, I'll commit suicide. There's 3 Vedic ways to commit suicide. Nobody should do it. The first one is you jump off Govardhan Hill. The second one is you jump into the Triveni Sangam. And the third one is you jump underneath the Rath Yatra cart. Of course, don't do it. But these are so Mahaprabhu understood Sanatan Goswami. He's going to jump under the Rath Yatra cart. So Mahaprabhu came to Sanatan Goswami one day. He said, "You're a thief." He said, "What do you mean I'm a thief?" Mahaprabhu said, "You already surrendered your body to me. You offered your body to me. So how can you now destroy your own body? You don't own it. Your body is mine. And I have many things that I want to achieve in this world through your own body." Sanatan Goswami understood. He read my mind. Mind reader. Oh my God. So, we want to dance for Krishna. We want to dance for Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Every Vaishnava has so much to give in this world. Did you know that if you go into outer space, it's so dark that if you shine a candle, you can see it like 50 or 100 miles away? That's the power of a candle in outer space. And the power of a Vaishnava in Kali Yuga. You may just think, oh, just one Vaishnava. No, every Vaishnava is powerful. And in this dark Kali Yuga, every Vaishnava has something amazing to do for the world. Young, old, man, woman, disability or that ability, it doesn't matter. Everyone can make an incredible contribution. But we have to become instruments and allow Krishna to make us dance. And that means we need to remove all of our ego, our pride, our own sense that I am the doer. Kartaham iti manyate. We have to realize Krishna is doing everything. Krishna is in control and I'm simply an instrument. And if we're able to do that, then we can dance. Then in your life, amazing things will happen. Not because we are amazing, but because Krishna will amazingly use you as an instrument to touch so many people's hearts and do wonderful things. So today we're reading that Mahaprabhu is telling us the essence of Bhagavatam is that you become a mad person. And when you become a mad person, you dance. So we should dance. That is so much a part of our culture. But dancing in the Kirtan, definitely. But also dancing in a deeper sense that allow yourself to become an instrument in the hands of the Supreme Lord so that the Supreme Lord can do amazing things through you. That is our Vaishnav Siddhanta. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Srila Prabhupada ki. Okay, so I won't go on too long. I'll stop here. Shall I take questions or no questions? Okay, if anyone has any questions, so yes. Yes.
Hare Krishna.
Say, Prabhu. Yes, go for it.
Maharaj, you were saying that, if you increase prosperity, you'll increase your anxiety. But what's happening is you are forced to increase your prosperity because all other prices are going up, your mortgage is going up, the wife is demanding more, and you may lose your wife, you may lose the house. If you don't increase the prosperity, you can't live. So what's your solution to that?
Yes, we have to live in this world. Increasing your prosperity, what I'm talking about is trying to artificially try to find happiness from material arrangements. That's what I mean by increasing prosperity. Yes, you have to live. Yes, you need roti, kapra, makan. Of course, you need all these things. Cost of living crisis. Actually, it's not cost of living crisis. It's the cost of existing crisis. There's a difference between living and existing. The cost of living is not a number. The cost of existing is a number. The cost of living is much more expensive than a number. The cost of living means you need to be willing to sacrifice. The cost of living means you need to challenge what the world is telling you is normal. The cost of living is that you need to be willing to take a risk to go against the grain of tradition and culture. The cost of living, people think, oh, cost of living is going up. No, they're thinking cost of existing is going up. Cost of living has always been high. And it's beyond what most people can pay. Therefore, most people are not living. Most people are simply existing. So increasing prosperity, just more money, more, and then what? See, there was a man, a king, he said to his subjects, I'm giving all my land. What you have to do is you run as far as you can in 1 minute, but you have to come back within 1 minute, and however far you run and come back, that much land you get. So he picked 3 people. So the first person ran. He was running for 30 seconds. He ran very far. Then he thought, he looked at his watch, 30 seconds, I need to also get back. So 30 seconds he thought, I need to also get back. So 30 seconds he came back. So he got a certain amount of land. The second guy came in. He was running 30 seconds. But greed is there also. So he thought, no, I'll go 35 seconds. Let me go further. So he went 35 seconds. He thought, okay, now I have to focus. 25 seconds, I got to get back. Otherwise, I don't get anything. So he ran. He just made it back. He thought, wow. So third fellow went. He saw 30 seconds. He said, let me go where no one has gone before. So he ran all the way to 40 seconds. He ran further than anyone to get the most land. And then he thought, 20 seconds, I got to get back. So he ran like anything. And you know what? He made it back. And then he had a heart attack. What profiteth a man who gains the whole world and loses his soul? You increase your prosperity. You work so hard. For what? You know what? Don't you know what the Bhagavatam says about money? Arthasya sadhane siddhe utkarshe rakshane vyaye nashapa bhoga ayayas trashas chinta brahmo nrinam. Already you can understand chinta. Money, in earning, in attaining, in increasing, in protecting, in spending, in loss, and even in enjoyment, it causes you suffering. Isn't it amazing? When you have to earn money, you suffer. Because you have to make so much sacrifice. Then when you have the money, you suffer because you're constantly in fear. Someone will take it from me, government will take it from me, family will take it from me, my kids will take it from me. You know, there's 4 types of sons, and one type of son is the son who in your past life, you cheated that person. So what happens in the next life, they come in that life as your son. And smiling, papa, 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 they take everything from you. And you think, yeah, take. They strip you of everything because you cheated them in the last life. This is known as Rini Putra. So money, when you have to earn it, anxiety. When you have it, anxiety. And when you spend it or you lose it, anxiety. Isn't it amazing? And we think, no, I'm increasing my prosperity. What prosperity? No. So therefore we have to be, we have to put the effort and energy in the right place. One person came to Prabhupada, he had so many factories. He said, Swamiji, I have so many people working for me, I have so many factories, I have so much, but factually I have so many anxieties. And Prabhupada looked at him and he said, Chintam aparimeyam cha pralayantam upashrita kamopa bhoga parama it etavaditi nishchita. If your desires are endless, then your chintam aparimeyam cha, then your anxieties will be endless. So Prabhupada said, no wonder. So he said, Swamiji, what to do? Prabhupada said, give all the money to us. Prabhupada said, you will be happy, we will be happy, Krishna will be happy. He said, I'll get back to you, I'll think about it, I'll see how it goes, I'll see. So, this is going on. Yes, Vidura Prabhu.
Related to this, you gave an amazing quote from Dalai Lama in Gita 3.
Oh, the one about what amazes me most about. I forgot the quote exactly. Do you remember it?
Something like, because somebody asked the Dalai Lama,
what amazes you most?
He says, man. He loses his health to gain wealth,
and then he spends that wealth to get the health
gain
back.
his health,
Like
and
that.
then he
mentions a few things.
Mentions a few things. It's an amazing quote.
Yeah, so we have to put emphasis and effort in the right place.
We have dharma and artha.
Yeah.
And then kama. It is part of religion, purusharth.
Yes.
So it's not wrong to earn. But first we must learn dharma. So then we won't become greedy. That's the whole point. So if you go become dharmic, then artha will come.
Yeah.
And then even regulated, pleasure, whatever. And because you're dharmic, then you will think about at the right time giving it up. That's why we have an ashram system.
Definitely.
So it's not that we decry, prosperity and all that. It's part of the program,
Yeah.
but you got to have dharma first, and that's why
Yes.
brahmachari used to learn everything about dharma, and then later on, as a grihastha, you need the money. So, but if you're not dharmic, you're going to just have loads of marriages where there's loads of greed,
Yeah.
and then calm is regulated,
Yeah.
and because you got to have children and things like that, and then vanprastha and all that kind of thing. So, Avasana caters for all the survival or existence or living, as you said, like that.
Yeah,
But if you don't educate yourself like that, you're going to have a lot of anxiety.
Yeah,
that's-
thank you so much, Haridas Prabhu, for raising that. Yeah, Dharma, Artha, Kama, Moksha. When we begin from the platform of understanding Dharma, living Dharma, then when we have Artha, we can, instead of being drowned by it, we can use it in a very beautiful way to maintain our family, to serve society. So the Dharma of earning money means earn with integrity and spend with generosity. If you do these things, you earn money, no problem in the world, but earn with integrity. Don't lose your character in the process of getting money. Don't lose your relationships in the process of getting money. Don't lose your health in the process of getting money. People lose they think they gain money, they lost more than they gained. Therefore, yes, artha can be there, but when you have dharma, you earn that artha with integrity. And when you get the artha, then what you do is you spend with generosity. There's a famous verse in the Niti Shastra where it says, there's no charitable person I've seen in the world like a miser. Because you know what a miser does? They give away all of their money without even touching it. You understand? Because they earn it and it's all sitting there, but because they're so, in Gujarati we say kanjus, they're so miserly, they don't touch their own wealth. But they also don't give it to anyone, but before they know it, ho gaya, life is gone. And then all that money goes to someone else as well. He said, I never met a charitable person like a miser. Because they give their money away without even touching it. So we should not be miserly. We should, we should give. Bhagavatam explains, if you give to this type of person, you get back in this. You give to this type of person, you get back like this. So we must always spend. For Grihastha is the main principle, to be charitable, to always give. So we should always give something. Once a priest, he came to the front of the congregation and he said, we have to build the church. It will cost $1 million. There's good news and bad news. The good news is that the money is there. The bad news is still in your pocket. We must give. So yes, if we give, and Krishna explains in the Gita how to do dan, charity in the mode of goodness, to the right person, at the right time, with the right mood. And then it becomes transcendental when you give it to Krishna. You'll never be the loser. If you give to Krishna. I just met someone the other day. He told me he had just come to London, and not London, America, and they were collecting for the temple, to build a new temple for Krishna. But he didn't have a job yet. But he just said, something within me told me, give to Krishna. So he said, I just signed up. I'll give $15,000 for the temple. He said, I didn't even have a job. But I came in front of Krishna. I said, Krishna, it's all yours. So I'm going to give it to you, but you give it to me first. Now it's all on your head. So he said, I just said, I'll do it. And he said, the very next week I got a job. If you give to Krishna, you never be the... This is how you find Krishna. You see, you can only find Krishna if you let go. If you hold on, you never find Krishna. You have to let go and then let Krishna act. Krishna will do so many things. Such a nice thing to be charitable. Thank you. Thank you.